Selena Gomez says she is over singing about her ex, Justin Bieber, and we have all the details. I'm Jana Rosenberg.
I'm Gabi Conti, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. Yes, that is right. Selena Gomez is officially over whichever ounce of Bieber fever she had left, both personally and musically. In October of 2019, when Selena dropped her first singles from Rare with back-to-back hits Lose You to Love Me and Look at Her Now, the singer did this release on purpose. As the Grammy nomination process is beginning, she recently told Rolling Stone in an interview that she dropped those two songs back-to-back to close the Jelena chapter of her life for good. As she explained, quote, "It was my idea to release Lose You to Love Me and Look at Her Now back to back. My record, were kind of nervous about it because they didn't want to take away from either song, but I think it ended up like getting fans excited about this album."
Honestly, and it's like what we needed from the Jelena era. Like
Yes.
we knew it was over, like he had gotten married or was getting married at the time, and you know, like I feel like we needed closure too, because it was such a long fandom for these two being together. So I'm glad she did it. I think it's really smart, and I think it's what her fans wanted. And at the end of the day, like your fans are why you're here as an artist or actor or entertainer. So, you know, I applaud her for it. I think it's great.
I applaud her for it too, and I definitely think that she got a lot of like slack. Like people were saying, oh, this album is all about Justin Bieber, like she won't stop talking about Justin Bieber. But like it really seems like she's like, no, this is my art, and I like wanted to put that song out there because I needed to end it. And I think it's kind of cool that like moving forward, like her new music won't be about him.
But Selena trusted her gut, as she knew releasing these songs back to back was the right move. As she explained, "I knew from the get-go that Lose You to Love Me was going to be the bigger song because I just felt it in my heart. I wanted people to take away that this was a journey and that it was completely closed. I don't want people to see me as just sad and hurt. I didn't want that anymore. I wanted people to know that I'd experienced something real and that part of me is over." Selena went on to say that when she was making Rare, she focused on making music that was about vulnerability and transformation, which explains why so many of her tracks talk about her past and very public relationships and heartbreak. It's just, I love when artists do this, because honestly, it makes me like a bigger fan of them because I relate to it more, because we all go through relationship stuff. That is one thing that is universal.
Is love and heartbreak. I think everyone experiences that at different levels, at different, you know, like extremes, but I think that is definitely something that everyone can relate to, and it's definitely what we relate to the most about Selena. Also, you know, I think when you compare, Selena had also recently said that this album she did in 2016, I believe, she felt it wasn't authentically herself, and she feels like this one really is.
Yeah.
And it's because in that album, they were making her feel and be this like really sexual person that wasn't her. And it showed, because I think fans realized too, they're like, okay, this is good, but it's like, it didn't hit like this album hit because she was being so authentic.
100%.
Selena also was very pleased with Rare, as this album felt very authentic to her in comparison to her other music she released in the past that over-sexualized her. As Selena explained, quote, "It felt like the material was real, really strong, and I was very happy about it. I think that becoming more involved than ever I have been in the making of this album helped me gain confidence and empowered me completely. I took control over what I was going to say, what I was going to do. As for what we can expect when it comes to new Selena music, well, it for sure won't be about Justin Bieber." As she told Ryan Seacrest when the album was first released that, quote, "Lose You to Love Me and Look at Her Now were her final Bieber breakup tracks."
I mean, you know, I think, and what a great way to like chime into that new album that was about transformation and moving on. You know, it's like we got those last songs that we needed about the Bieber era for Selena, and then, you know, the rest of the album was about her moving on and Look at Her Now, and it's really cool. So,
and I'm also excited too because of what her new music will come in the future, like about how I hope that now that Selena is entering this like new phase of her life where we're just gonna forget that there even was a Jelena. You know, that we're gonna see her as Selena Gomez and not Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber's ex. And I'm like,
sure Haley is really looking forward to that too.
Yeah, Haley as well.
Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber broke up for the last time after being on and off for about 10 years in March of 2018. By June 2018, Justin was dating Haley Baldwin, who got engaged a month later in June and married a few months later in September of 2018. When Selena talked to Ryan Seacrest about her Bieber breakup track, she said, "These two songs were me wrapping up a chapter in a pretty little bow, and the rest of the album is just all about where I am now and where I'm going. So in my opinion, these are great songs, but I've saved the best for later."
Ooh, meaning there's more best music coming.
Yeah, best music with new relationships, I'm sure, that have inspired her along the way. So yeah, you know, like the Jelena era was like 10 years. It was crazy to think about, but
yes, 10 years, but also I didn't realize the Haley Justin timeline. I didn't realize how soon that Selena and Justin were like over for good. I mean, March, and then a couple of months later, he's dating Hailey, and it's not just like, oh, they're dating. They're dating in the fast lane.
Yeah.
They get engaged, they get married, they're still together. They're possibly talking about having a baby sometime soon. It feels like they're like getting into that level. So, I mean, any person, I feel, would be crushed if someone you dated, even if it was the most toxic person in the world who treated you like absolute garbage.
Right.
Like, I mean, I think we're all feeling for Selena, and that's why everyone keeps talking about her and talking about her with Justin, because like, yeah, I mean,
it was a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. Wouldn't you be crushed if your ex of 10 years moved on that quickly and also gave his new partner everything and anything he never gave you?
Yeah,
like,
I would be mortified. Also, I mean, yeah, like I think when all of that happened, it was just such a shock to everyone at the pace of how Hailey and Justin moved. But like, I can't even, I thought about Selena a lot. I think I tweeted like, has anyone checked on Selena Gomez?
Is she good? Yeah.
Because like, I would not be good.
I would not be good either. And it did happen
Also,
very quickly, but I think we knew that they were for real. I think that was the other thing. I think we loved Selena and Justin together.
Something about Hailey and Justin was forever.
It just made, Well, guys, what do you think about Selena Gomez being done with singing about Justin Bieber? And what do you hope that she sings in her new album? Let us know. I'm Gabi Conti.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and follow us here at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.